everyone, welcome back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be making a jelly heart candle. Before we get started with today's video, I just want to let you guys know I am doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers just as a thank you to you guys for supporting me. I'm giving away 3 jelly wax melts for my own small business, so make sure you subscribe down below. Now let's get into today's tutorial. So before we get started, I just want to show you guys the vessel I'm going to be using today. This is a 12.25 ounce Libby status jar. I haven't cleaned it out yet, but this is a jar I'm going to be using. But you can use any vessel you want. And I also picked out some molds that I think would be really perfect for these. You basically want to have small molds, so that way when we pop them out, they can stick to the sides of our vessel. So for today's video, obviously, I'm going to be doing the hearts from this mold from Amazon. I'll have all the materials linked down below as always. But I also got some cute stars. I think stars would look great on the inside of this as well. Or these little clouds. So I'll have links down below to all of these. And let me know if you guys want videos of like specific ones, like the clouds or the teardrops or the stars or whatever. And I will be sure to do those if you guys are interested. But now that I have my silicone mold picked out, I'm going to be getting my jelly wax ready. So I've got a pitcher here and it's just got some leftover jelly wax. You probably want to clean out your pitcher and just make sure it's perfectly clean before you add in your jelly wax. I'm just using my leftover wax since it is a magenta color, and I'm going to be making some red hearts so they'll mix fine together. So here is my jelly wax. This is from Aztec Candle Supply and I'll have it linked down below. But I'm just going to tear off just a tiny chunk of this. Since our hearts are so small, we don't need that much jelly wax for this tutorial. So I'm just going to add that into my pitcher. But you basically just want enough to where when it melts, it'll just cover the bottom of our pitcher. I'm going to get my pitcher added to my electric hot plate. And I'm going to turn it down to 300. And that should make sure that it melts pretty quick, but it doesn't melt too fast. I'm also going to be adding some mica powder and some liquid candle dye. So I'm going to be adding, of course, Nature's Garden Diamond Dust mica powder. I think I need like a collab with Nature's Garden. We'll do Sweet Star Candle Diamond Dust mica powder. So I'm just going to add 1/64 teaspoon of this into my pitcher. And I'm also going to be adding 1 drop liquid red candle dye. And this is also from Nature's Garden. It says nature friendly on it, but I'll have all the links down below so you guys don't have to wonder about what I'm using. Just going to add 1 drop of that. But you can do any color you want. I think a pink would be really pretty, or if you want to do a rainbow color, anything you want to do. So I'm just going to let that get melted down, and I'm not going to be adding any fragrance oil to my jelly wax since it's not going to be a huge part of our candle. Our fragrance will be in the main container wax that I'm going to be using, so that would be where we get the fragrance from. But this jelly candle is kind of inspired by this tutorial I did a long time ago. It's one of my most popular videos, and I thought if I did a jelly wax candle of this, I think you guys would really like it. So we'll see how this goes. But I've been seeing on Instagram, people will stick the jelly wax like hearts and other shapes to the sides of the glass, and they actually stick to the sides of the glass, and then you pour in your container wax. So that way it stays with the design on the sides, which I think will look really pretty. So I will be right back once this jelly wax has all melted down and mixed in, and we are ready to pour. So I let my jelly wax sit for about 2 hours, and now it's time to unmold them. They're kind of hard to pour because jelly wax is so thick, but it turned out perfect. So I'm just going to get these unmolded and I'll be right back. I also poured some leftover jelly wax in this fruit mold that my grandma gave to me. It's got all these really cute fruit ones. Got a grape and then an apple. This is a really cool mold for like back to school time. If I can find it on Amazon, I'll have it linked down below. And then there's an orange. These colors don't really match the fruits I poured them into, but they're still super cute and they would work perfect in the wax warmer anyway. Then a watermelon, that one looks cool. So now is the fun part. It is time to put our jelly wax into our vessel. So here is the same vessel from earlier, and I'm going to spray it with some isopropyl alcohol. So what the isopropyl alcohol is going to do is just going to clean out all the debris and crud that gets into the jar. I'm just going to take some paper towels and just get all of that stuff out. And this spray bottle I use is from Sally's Organics, and it's like a glass bottle. I've linked down below to that as well. It's from Amazon. They sent it to me, which I was so thankful for. It was like one of the first videos I did where something got sent to me, but this is a great spray bottle. Spray a little bit more just to make sure there's nothing in here. I'm also going to wipe up on the sides, and then make sure you get in that crevice at the bottom really well. And this is quite a small jar, but it will be perfect for like a mini candle. And as you can see, the jar looks so much better. So let's see. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit actually before I start sticking these in. So my jar is completely dry. Now it's time to get all of these parts in there. I'm not really sure if there's a method to this. I might have to heat up the side of the jar before I put these in here. Yeah, I might have to heat up the jar. As you can see, they're kind of just falling off. Actually, let me get my wick in here. So I've got some wooden wick tabs from Aztec Candle Supply. I think these are also from Aztec Candle Supply. Some wick stickers and then some wooden wicks. These are from Makesy. It has the old label on it. So I'm just going to add my wooden wick into my wood wick tab. Try to get it as center as possible. This one's basically the same size as the wick tab. Right to the center of my sticker. And then try to get it in the center of the jar. Here we go. Now I'm going to use my heat gun to try to get this jar hot enough so that I can stick these jelly waxes to the side. Wig out until I can get these stuck to the inside. They're actually sticking really well now. Be really careful if you move your jar around while it's still hot. So as you can see, they stuck really well once I hit the glass with a heat gun. And then I can just add my wooden wick right back in. And now it's time to get the container wax ready. So I'm going to measure out about 250 grams of candle wax. And I've got my big heater up here, already preheated. Hi guys. I'm just going to pour into my big pitcher 250 grams. I'm going to add that same mica powder into my wax. That way as the candle melts, it will sparkle as it melts. And at this point, you guys can add whatever fragrance oil you want to. preferably one that mixes well with jelly wax. Since some fragrance oils are not compatible with gel wax, you just want to make sure that it is. So for this candle, I'm going to try out this I unboxed from last week's video. Thank you again to Syntec. And this is the Vanilla Noir fragrance oil. And I'm not going to pour very much. This is about an ounce of fragrance oil, so I'm just going to pour a little bit. Don't do what I'm doing. Definitely measure out specifically exactly how much fragrance oil, but I'm going to get that mixed up together. And of course, you can add color to this as well, but I kind of want my candle to be the red and white classic like Valentine's Day color. Even though it's nowhere near Valentine's Day, I probably should be doing some fall and winter videos, but I thought that you guys would really enjoy this tutorial. So now I'm going to pour into my jar. Let me see what temperature it is for you guys. So my wax is 214 degrees Fahrenheit. So the gel wax, it can withstand a lot of heat. So I think it will be okay if I pour right now. If mine turns out ugly, you guys know to pour a little bit colder, probably around 190 to 200 degrees. And I kind of like sometimes if you pour too hot, when embeds melt a little bit, it kind of makes a pretty effect of like an ombre. So we'll see what this does. It's probably filled up too much, but that's okay. I would do a little bit less wax for this vessel since we do have the embeds in there. They're taking up a little bit of space. So I would do about 245 grams of the container wax. The gel wax doesn't seem to be melting at all, so that's good, but it may bleed as the wax solidifies. So I will be back once this all solidifies. So I just got the wick trimmed up and also leveled out the top with the heat gun, and it looks really, really pretty. The mica powder kind of settled on the bottom, so they're actually pretty sparkly up against the glass. And then as you can see, I figured the hearts would run down, but just pour the wax a little bit cooler and then you'll have more distinct hearts. But I kind of like the way that it looks with the hearts running down. Thank you everyone for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And if you guys want to check out my shop where I sell candles, wax melts, jelly wax melts, and soap, I'll have a link at the top of the description. And I'll have links to all of the products I used in today's video. And also be sure if you guys want to check out my other candle videos, I'll have a whole playlist linked at the end of this video. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.